Bloomfield, Missouri. We are here tonight for the sectional playoff game between the Risco Tigers and the Scott County Central Braves. I'm Travis Quatermas alongside Tyler. And Tyler, we're going to see for the fourth year in a row at least in this sectional round, the District 1 champion, the Risco Tigers, their fourth straight district championship, and their perennial foes, the Scott County Central Braves, pulled the big upset, knocked off number 2 ranked Leopold, and won their 18th district championship.
29, I think they're up to with that one.
So once again, we've got a familiar game. We've got two teams that are going to know each other pretty well, and I think we're going to see an exciting basketball game.
It sure should, and this has been a rivalry going back. I don't know if you can call it a rivalry because Scott County's come out of every one of them, but a matchup we've seen every year for the past 3 years here in this sectional round. One of them was in the quarterfinals, but nonetheless, meeting up here in the Class 1 state tournament. Last year was a highly anticipated game going into that. Risco was probably had their best team in the school's history. They really had a lot of excitement going into that game, as well as they should have. And Scott County Central defended that state crown for the third year in a row and made kind of a Cinderella run, even though they were the two-time defending state champions. A great run last year, and coming back this year, they lost some kids from last year. LaMarcus Stewart, Dominique Porter, among a few others. Bringing back a younger group. Lorandas Banks had a junior this year. He had a big year last year as a sophomore, playing at a big-time level. He's leading the way for the Braves this year. And also you throw in Jalen Porter, got some time last year. So they've recycled the talent every year, and they've got it done. But this year, a solid Risco team. They lost, Chris Pavey, Bixler, and a few others in that senior laden squad they had last year. But they bring back a strong group this year. They play quick, they get up and down, and Jordan Pavey's really had a great year as a junior this year, which played really big in that game last year in this same round. And I tell you, if this Risco team can put some shots together, keep Scott County Central from owning the boards, and that was the difference in the game last year, is the offensive rebounding by Scott County Central. If they can muscle up down low with their big guys, Hunter Knight, Brandon Bixler, control the boards, this could be a great game in this sectional round tonight.
Well, I certainly agree with all that, Tyler. And one thing that is key, of course, with Scott Central, you know what kind of game they're going to play. Full court press, buzzer to buzzer, turn off defense into offense. So the ability of the Risco Tigers to handle that press and not get down early, I think, is going to be key to this basketball game. And we're about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups.
And we'll probably pause for the national anthem due to this being the first game of the evening.
Please rise and move your hands as we honor our nation with singing the national anthem by Rebecca Order.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land and the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to Bloomfield High School, tonight's Missouri State High School.
And we're ready for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Fans
The Risco Tigers, coached by Brandon Blankenship, Class 1 District 1 champions. The Scott County Central Braves, coached by Frank Staples, first-year head coach and longtime assistant at Scott County Central. And they are the Class 1 District 2 champions. Their 29th overall district championship. Risco has won 4 in a row. First of all, for Scott County Central.
Starting in guard, 5'7" senior, number 3, Chris Brown.
Number 3, Chris Brown.
At guard, 5'11" junior, number 5, LaRondis Banks.
Number 5, the 5'11 junior, Larandis Banks.
Forward, 5'10" senior, number 11, Jalen Porter.
At forward, the 5'11 senior, Jalen Porter, number 11.
Sophomore, number 21, Matthew Blissett.
The 6'1 sophomore, number 30, Matthew Blissett.
Jeffrey Porter.
And the freshman, Jeffrey Porter, number 33. Now for the Risco Tigers. Number 12, Caleb McCord, the 5'10 guard. Number 14, Austin White. Jordan Pavey, number 33. At center, number 34, Hunter Knight, 6 feet tall. And the guard, forward, number 40, Brandon Bixler. Tyler, one thing to notice right off the bank, number 11, Jalen Porter, one of the 2 returning starters for the Braves. Looks like he's wearing a face protector. Looks like he may be nursing a broken nose. The Braves wearing their road black uniforms with white trim, orange letters. The Risco Tigers wearing the home white tonight with the yellow trim. And the jump controlled by the Risco Tigers. Scott County Central comes out in a 1-2-2 zone. Tigers launching the 3. It's off the mark.
And a foul on the rebound. Looks like it'll be on Pavey.
It'll be Pavey's first and the team's first. Long rebound there. Both players were going for the ball, but Pavey didn't have the position, got called for the blocking foul. Now the Braves bringing the ball up the court. Jumper from number 11. Jordan's report was off the mark. The Tigers breaking the press. Pavey with the 3, and he drains it. Tyler, that's what Risco likes to do. They like to live and die from beyond that three-point line. And the Braves answer right back. Three-pointer for number 5, Larandis Banks. Easy transition basket there as the Tigers easily broke the press there.
That was 8 points in a matter of about 10 seconds there on the court. 8 quick points by both teams. And traveling violation turns it over to the Tigers.
And this has gotten both fan bases into it early on. The Bloomfield Gymnasium is rocking early.
A great atmosphere for high school basketball, one of the best here in Southeast Missouri.
There's the first turnover of the night forced by the Braves press. Easy layup there for number 3, Chris Brown. Here come the Risco Tigers. They break the press, set the offense. Now they drive in. Ball deflected out of bounds by the Braves. It'll stay with the Tigers. Pavey will take the ball out of bounds for Risco. Now top of the circle. Driving the baseline. They dished the ball off, but Bixler couldn't handle the pass. Here come the Braves on the fast break. And now they'll pull it out and set the offense. The three-point shot, number 11, Jalen Porter. Increases the Scott Central lead, 8-5. Deflection in the steal by the Braves. Here they come on the fast break. And number 11, Jalen Porter, driving the lane, drew the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul was called on number 34, Hunter Knight, his first, the team's second. First one is good. Scott Central, characteristically, a very good free throw shooting team. Second one is nothing but net. The Tigers inbound against this withering full court press of the Scott Central Braves. Tigers do a good job passing the ball around and finding Brandon Bexler wide open under the net.
Risco's taking advantage of the back end of that press. Scott County leaving 2 open buckets here in the first quarter again off that press.
Pavey now is going to be called in for the reach-in, his second personal.
That's certainly not what the Risco Tigers need, is Pavey picking up 2 quick fouls. They're going to need him all 32 minutes of this game, but he's going to have to take a seat.
Matt Cummings checks in for Risco. Number 33, Jeffrey Porter, drives the lane, loses the handle, but Porter picks it up. Now we have Durandis Manx driving the lane, drawing the foul on the shot. They've called number 14, Austin White, with the foul. Team's fourth. Banks to the line for 2. First one is good. Second one is also good. The ball was deflected out of bounds there by Jeffrey Porter. Risco fans wanted a foul, but they're not going to get it. The Tigers take it out of bounds. Jeffrey Porter is the younger brother of the celebrated Otto Porter, who's now playing basketball at Georgetown University. Another nice backdoor pass. Score it, McCord for 2. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Risco taking advantage of the open opportunities. Scott County Central just not rotating on the back end of their defense, leaving 3 open buckets. Now a chance at 7 open points, or just 6.
Off the mark, Bixler with the rebound. Putback is no good, but he also draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. That foul is called on number 21. I don't have a 21 listed in my book. Second one was good. Here come the Braves running the ball up the court. Might have got away with the travel there. No call by the officials. Three-pointer from the corners, off the mark. Rebound to Risco. Stolen away, but Jeffrey Porter's going to be called for the reach-in, and that's the freshman's second personal foul.
And Risco's going to be careful with those kind of dribbles. That was dangerous dribble there by McCord. He was the last Tiger back, and he was trying to go between 2 Braves, and if they pulled that steal off, that would have been an easy layup. So they've certainly got to be careful dribbling against this Braves defense.
And a turnover, and an easy 2 for the Porter there. Bixler misses the shot, draws the foul. Number 14, Austin White, his second personal, team's 5th. Number 30, Kendall Blissett checking into the game. And earlier we had number 20, Tyler Masters, checking in also for the Braves. And layup
chance
is
there.
rebounded by the Tigers. Now they're going to call Masters for the foul. Be his first. Team's fourth. Braves working that press. Tigers trying to pass the ball up the court, break it, which they do. Pass picked off that time by number 5, Lorandas Banks. He's bringing the ball up the court. Finds his teammate Jalen Porter inside for 2.
Well, Scott County picking up the pressure here. Risco handled it well the last time, just an errant pass underneath, but a nice drive by Cummins.
He lays it in for 2. Central now sets the offense. 2-1-2 zone defense. 3-point attempt now, and it's good. Chris Brown. Again, they find Bixler inside all alone, and he's good for 2. Number 11 drives the baseline, hits the little jumper. Jalen Porter having a huge first quarter for the Braves. (11 of Scott Central's 21 points scored by Jalen Porter, the senior.
Bixler shakes loose.
Oh, misses the reverse layup there. Nice way to drive the baseline there. Shot off the mark there by number 35, Cameron Blissett.
Pull up 3 by McCord.
No good. And the rebound there by Chris Brown. Brown controlling the ball in the corner. Down to Cameron Blissett. Shot off the mark, now rebounded by the Risco Tigers. Number 10, Josh Earnhardt, checking into the game, bringing the ball up the court. Now the Tigers will set the offense. Trying to find a hole in this zone defense of the Braves. Three-pointer is good on the court. Makes our score 21-17 in favor of Scott County Central. Shot from the deep in the corners, off the mark. But the putback off the offensive board by Jalen Porter is good. He'll draw the foul, try to complete the 3-point play.
That's what Risco has to shore up, those sneak rebounds by Scott County Central. They do that so well. They had the numbers underneath, but Porter snuck right in there amongst them and got the basket and the foul.
The foul was called on Brandon Bixler, his first, the team's 6th. Free throws off the mark. That's the first one the Braves have missed, but Banks gets the rebound. Porter finds a wide open Blissett. He gets the easy putback or put in. Now driving to the hole, number 14, Austin White, count it. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Nice drive, aggressiveness there by White. He saw the lane and took it, and that's what Risco has to do. They've got to stay aggressive in the open court. You don't necessarily want to get into a half-court game to where it's going to be hard to get into the paint against these Braves. So if you've got an open court opportunity, stay aggressive and get to the line, and now a chance at a 3-point play for Austin White.
That last foul was called on number 30, Kendall Blissett of Scott Central. His first. Team's 5th. Free throw is good by White. Risco really not trying to press so far here in the first quarter, falling back. Now in a man-to-man defense. They played zone earlier, now they switched defenses. trying to slow this high-powered Scott Central offense down. Driving in the lane there was #21. And here again, I don't have a 21 in my book, Tyler.
We'll try to figure that out as the game moves on here.
Foul was called on number 12, Caleb McCord, his first, the team's 7th. Both free throws off the mark. Rebounded by number 22, Cody Young for Risco. Three-point attempt now, off the mark. Rebounded by the Braves. And it's called for traveling. 2 Braves tried to come up for the same rebound, but unfortunately they were called for traveling on the way down. Out of bounds to Risco. Earnhardt will take it out of bounds for the Tigers.
Quick 3 up, no good.
Rebounded by Bixler. He puts it up and in off the rebound, offensive rebound. He's having a huge night for the Risco Tigers. He has 9 points here in the early going. We've got a 25-22 game. We're down to 16 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. And once again, a traveling call against the Braves. 11.9 seconds left to play. The Risco Tigers will take it out of bounds. Cross-court pass, almost picked off by the Braves, but controlled by the Tigers. 7 seconds left to play. They may not get a shot off here. They do, but it's no good. Misses the mark. That's the end of the first quarter. Scott Central leads Risco 25-22. We'll be right back.
Quality Center Furniture and Appliance in downtown Malden for the best selection of Whirlpool and Maytag appliances. We also have the newest LCD, LED, and plasma high-definition televisions from LG and Hitachi, as well as the finest furniture for your living room or bedroom. Quality Center is an AT&T authorized retailer. And don't forget, delivery is available. So come experience the Quality Center Furniture and Appliance store in downtown Malden.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
And we're back here at Bloomfield. We thank you for joining us on YHC and SEMOSportZone.com. The Scott Central Braves start off the second quarter with a 2-point basket right under the basket. That was number 30, Kendall Blissett. Risco now looking to find a hole in this Scott Central zone defense in the 2-3 zone. They're working the ball around very patiently here. Blissett, where they find Bixler down low. He continues his hot start, Tyler. He's been the big man for Risco so far in this game.
He's been getting himself in good position, and they've been taking advantage of that matchup. He's only big bulk on the floor for both teams, so you might as well utilize him with his strength underneath.
No doubt about it. That foul was called on number 10, Josh Earnhardt. His first, but the team's 8th.
And I can remember back to last year's game. I think Brandon Bixler had a pretty nice game last year. And certainly getting off to a good start tonight.
That free throw was off the mark there by Brown. The offensive putback there by Banks. Maybe got a little too creative there, Tyler, with the behind-the-back pass. His teammate clearly wasn't ready for it. The Braves knocked it out of bounds.
Well,
Risco will retain control. Looks like he had an open layup there.
Pavey back into the game here in the second. He went out with 2 quick fouls. They certainly need him in the lineup.
Three-pointer off the mark, rebounded by the Braves. That was number 30, Kendall Blissett, with the rebound. Oh, three-pointer, Larandis Banks. The Braves have opened this second half on a 7-0 run. Pavey with the long three, and he hits it.
And the Braves can't leave Jordan Pavey wide open. It looked like the defense was a little confused on the matchups there, but he stepped up, knocked it down. He's a great three-point shooter for the Tigers.
Risco has gone back to their zone defense, I notice, here in the second quarter, Tyler. Masters left wide alone under the basket. He'll get the two-pointer there for the Braves.
And a timeout on the floor.
Risco will be back.
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
And welcome back to Bloomfield, where we're watching the Class 1 sectional play in the Missouri High School basketball playoffs. Scott Central has a 34-27 lead over Risco, but it's the Tigers' ball. 5.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Well, the Braves just about had their man trapped, but he dribbled out of problem there. The Braves stay in their zone defense.
Oh, nice
inside, nice pass inside to Bixler. It'll fall, and he'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Brandon Bixler with a great first half here, and credit to the Tigers seeing that mismatch underneath and playing to their strength, going to Brandon Bixler down low. He certainly had his way here in the first half.
Free throw's good. Banks controlling the ball for the Braves. Daniel with the long shot, and it's good. Javonte Daniel checking into the game for the Braves. He gets the basket. The Tigers once again break the press, but Scott Central doing a much better job, Tyler, getting back after the press is broken, not allowing those easy inside layups. And the ball thrown out of bounds. Bixler can't quite find the handle.
Yeah, the errant pass there. Pavey a little too quick trying to get it into the post.
36-30 is our score. Good ball game here in the first half. Nice pass down inside to Chris Brown. Easy layup there for the Braves. Finding their man all alone on the baseline. And that time the press produces a steal. The deflection there from Brown to Banks, who drives the ball. He misses the layup. The Braves get an offensive putback, but it's no good that time. And then the Tigers clean the glass. 3-point attempt. Off the mark. It rebounded by Risco, and now an over-the-back call against Javonte Daniel. That'll be his first. And the 6th for the team. Both teams in the bonus now. Number 10, Josh Earnhardt, will go to the line for the 1-and-1. First one is good. That'll earn him a second one. Second one is also good.
And Travis, we have an update from down in Dexter with the Class 4 semifinals. Sykeston leads Kennett 23-19 after 1 quarter of play. That's certainly the game of the night down there in Dexter in that semifinal.
Well, those two teams played a very close game the first time they played, and I believe that's what everybody was expecting going in.
Carrying violation, turns it over to the Tigers.
Now we got a timeout now by Coach Staples of Scott Central. We'll take one as well. Join us on the other side.
Southeast Health. Diagnosis. Treatment. Rehabilitation. Prevention. A system of care. Here when you need us and where you need us. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated. Join us online.
Welcome back to Bloomfield. Thanks for joining us here tonight on YHC and SEMOSportZone.com. With 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter, Scott Central leads Risco 38-32. The Tigers have the ball. They're trying to bring it up the court against this high-powered Scott Central press. They break the press. And now the Braves are going to be called for a reach-in foul. That foul was called on Javonte Daniel, his second, his 8th. And that'll send number 14, Austin White, to the line for a 1-and-1. First one is off the mark. Almost rebounded by the Braves, but White hustled, got his own rebound. His shot is off the mark. Masters rebounds for the Braves. And Masters with the bucket. Nice give and go there. Nice assist from Pavey to his teammate there, Austin White. And Porter with his, Jeffrey Porter that is, with his first 2 points of the game. Now a double dribble is going to be called against Hunter Knight. That'll turn the ball over to the Braves. We got Kendall Blissett checking back into the game for Scott Central. Porter with the drive and the miss off the front of the rim. And now another reach-in foul is going to be called against Scott Central.
Some,
a pushing foul.
Untimely committed fouls here by Scott County, sending Risco to the line.
That foul called with Cameron Blissett, his first. Team's 9th. That'll send Caleb McCord to the line for 1-1. First one is off the mark. And rebounded by the Braves. Here comes Chris Brown driving the ball up the court. Now he pulls out to set the offense. Passes inside to his teammate, Mirandus Banks, who loses the handle. Deflected away by one of the Risco defenders. Here come the Tigers now on the fast break. Bixler driving for the layup. Doesn't make the shot, but is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Risco unable to complete some free throws here. These are good opportunities late in the quarter. Get to the line and cut into this lead going into halftime. We'll see if they'll fare better here in the last 2 minutes.
That foul was called on Chris Brown of the Braves, his first, team's 10th. Bixler is good with the first one. Second one rims out. Rebounded by Kendall Blissett. Here come the Braves pushing the ball up the court. Almost knocked out of bounds there by Risco. Shot from the free throw line's off the mark, but the offensive rebound by Jeffrey Porter under the basket. Actually, he caught the ball off the deflection under the basket and put the ball in the hole. Now Risco turns the ball over to Scott Central. They have a 9-point lead. I believe that's their largest of the game. The ball is stolen away there by White. Oh, and he misses the layup. But the rebound, offensive rebound and putback by his teammate McCord.
Nice follow-up there by McCord. He was in there among 3 Braves with the rebound, and nice follow-up.
Banks with the 2-pointer.
Well, this Banks kid's got one of the smoothest jump shots around. He's really got the touch.
Nice inside pass there to Bixler. 2 more for the post player for Risco. Having a monster game here in the first half. Really keeping Risco in the game. We're under a minute now to play. It's a 46-39 Scott Central lead. Nice pass down low to Kendall Blissett. His 4th point of the game. Here comes the Tigers. 40 seconds left to play. Ball's deflected away, stolen by the Braves. They run the fast break. Shots off the mark, a little floater from the lane, but he did draw the foul. Number 30, Kendall Blissett, will go to the line for 2 free throws. The foul is called on number 34, Hunter Knight, his second, team's 9th. First one is no good, but he'll get another. Number 24, Matt Cummings, checking into the game for Risco. And Austin White will have a seat. Second one is also off the mark, rebounded by Bixler. Here comes Pavey, driving the ball up the court. 30 seconds left to play. 3-pointer from the corners, off the mark. Scott Central with the rebound. Banks with the rebound. Passes off to his teammate, Chris Brown, with a layup.
Great transition bucket there. A nice pass. That was a hard angle, but they pulled it off.
Pavey dishes off inside to Bixler, who misses the shot. 7 seconds left to play. The long one is off the mark. And it's out of bounds. We've got 1.7 seconds left to play. Not much time for Risco to do much. But they will inbound here to end the quarter. Desperation Hail Mary 3 is off the mark. And at the half, Scott Central leads Risco 50-39. We'll be back with your first half scores and analysis. Join us in a few minutes.
This season and every season, experience Buick and GMC at Allen Christian in Dexter.
In every GMC Sierra, you'll find professional grade engineering, plus special financing and deep discounts.
Take a test drive today and see why the 2013 Buick Enclave and LaCrosse was named Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Our family is committed to your complete satisfaction both before and after the sale.
Selection, service, and family owned, a perfect combination.
You'll like the way we do business at Allen Christian in Dexter.
You'll receive a higher grade of home care from A-Plus Medical Equipment, the only locally owned home medical equipment provider in Dexter and the surrounding area. We offer numerous services to provide for your home medical needs. And now available at A-Plus Medical Equipment, diabetic shoes. Stop by and see our large selection in our display room. If you're not satisfied with your current provider service, call A-Plus Medical Equipment at 624-2300 or visit us at our location behind the Hickory Log Restaurant in Dexter.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you have the nerve to believe meeting eye to eye helps you see eye to eye.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us. Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, ensuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very competitive rates. When the ice storm hit us, we were out there with you. All of our claims were processed within days, and we will continue to provide the best coverage and the best service for the next 100 years. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance, a century of service.
At Glenn St. Kennett, we have a lot full of inventory and the best rebates of the year. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glenn St. We just want the opportunity to talk to you about your next car or truck. The rebates are the best of the year and interest rates the lowest to work with. It's a great time to buy, and our people are excited to help you make the right choice. We realize you have a lot of dealers to choose from, but I can assure you, no one appreciates your business like we do. Glenn St. and Kennett, and God bless our troops.
I want to stay connected to you. I like the way you do what you do. All right, okay, you're fine. Hey.
Call Audubell Hearing Center at 1-800-499-8786 or visit one of our locations in Dexter and Poplar Bluff, Missouri today.
Let's talk about next year. This is the time of year to reflect on last season's crop and make decisions for next season. What mix of crops should you plant? Should you buy new equipment this year or get by another year with what you have? We'd like to help you make the financial side of your planning a little easier. Our ag department knows agriculture, and they're local.
Stop by and see us
at First Midwest Bank.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
Boom! Hey, where are you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Welcome back, fans, to Bloomfield High School, where we're at halftime of the Class 1 sectional between the Scott Central Braves and the Risco Tigers. The Braves leading the Tigers 50-39 here at the half. And, Tyler, we saw the game we expected to see, fast-paced, up and down the court. And right now, Scott Central has the advantage.
Yeah, they're very up and down first half, and Risco really impressed working against that press, getting some easy baskets. Brandon Bixler, a big first half for the Risco Tigers. He's the biggest boy on the floor tonight, and he's really muscling underneath. And he got 17 here at half?
He has 17 points to lead all scorers here at the half, yes.
Yeah, and he's really keeping them in the game, getting some easy baskets underneath. They haven't been lighting it up from the outside, which they like to do. They like to hit that three-point shot. Hasn't been there the whole first half, but I tell you, anytime that Risco puts a run together, Scott County Central always answers, and they've been getting some good buckets as well. And they're luring, Risco's luring in them to shots they could probably deal with, some outside jumpers, but they're knocking them down here in this first half. We saw Banks hit some, and Jalen Porter knocked down some shots as well. So Scott County Central, very impressive first half, of course, scoring 50 points. Been very efficient in the offense. In the offensive side of the court, so that's a hard test for Risco to try to keep up with a 50-point half. But they've done quite well, scoring 39. But they've got to find ways to get stops, not give up easy baskets underneath, get on the boards. I know they had a few offensive boards there in the first half, Scott County Central, and got some putbacks, and that'll really put you behind if you give up those offensive rebounds, especially against this Scott County Central team. You can deal with the jump shots, hitting open jump shots that you want them to take, but giving up easy offensive putbacks, that's going to be hard for the Tigers to overcome. But a very impressive first half for both teams. I was really impressed offensively, both of these teams.
Well, I agree with you, Tyler. I think the big difference in the game in the first half was the rebounding. Clearly, Scott Central controlled the glass for the most part. Risco did get a few second chance points, but Scott Central has gotten a few more, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Turnovers are about even. Rebounding has been the difference. To run down the scores very quickly, for Risco, Earnhardt had 2, McCord had 7, Austin White had 5, Pavey had 8, and Bixler had 17 to lead all scores. They were 6 for 11 from the charity stripe. Scott Central, very balanced attack in the first half. Brown with 9, Banks with 9, Jalen Porter with 16, Masters with 4, Javonta Daniel with 2, Kendall Blissett with 4, Jeffrey Porter with 4, Cameron Blissett with 2. Both teams played 9 players, and so Risco really is going to have to continue to get the ball inside. They're going to have to get a few more rebounds on the offensive and defensive end, and hopefully get hot from three-point line to get back in this ball game.
Well, Jordan Pavey's going to be on the floor to start. He picked up 2 quick fouls. That really hurt them, took him out of the rotation, but they played well without him. But they certainly need him down the stretch, hit some shots, and to stay aggressive towards the basket for the Tigers to have a chance here in the end. But it shakes up to be a great second half between these two.
And Risco will take the ball out of bounds to start the third quarter. Number 12, Caleb McCord with the ball at the top of the key. Pavey works it down low to Knight, down top of the key. They find McCord in the corner for the three-pointer. It's off the mark, but rebounded there by Knight. He loses the handle on the alternating possession. It'll go over to the Braves. And here comes Scott Central now, bringing the ball up the court. Porter now over to Brown. And there's a long offensive rebound by Brown. He drives the lane, kicks it out. Open three-pointer, but he doesn't take it. Kicks it down low. Instead, we got a 3-second call against Scott Central. That's the first time we've seen that called tonight, Tyler.
Well,
usually these two teams aren't in the lane long enough.
Yeah, in that instance, it looked like Banks was going to take a wide-open shot, so the Braves probably stuck around in the lane to get some position to rebound.
Right.
So
the Braves are staying in that zone defense. Another three-pointer off the mark. Jump ball off the rebound, and now the alternating possession favors Risco, and they'll take the ball out of bounds. Referees wiping up a little sweat off the floor. These two teams working hard. Three-pointer now from McCord, and it bounces in. trims the Braves' lead to 8 points here early in the second half. Way off the mark there on the jump shot from the baseline by Porter. And the air ball rebounded by the Tigers. The Braves staying in that full court press, but the Tigers break it easily. Early on, Tyler, we saw Risco get some easy transition baskets out of that Scott Central press, but the Braves have done a much better job getting back and not allowing that.
Yeah, I think they've really tried to deny those front court passes and left the back court open, or the back court passes, leaving the front court open, so they've done a good job transitioning backwards.
Fast break now by Risco off the steal. Pavey misses the shot underneath, a little out of control there. Here come the Braves pushing the ball up the court. And the basket down low to Matthew Blissett for 2 points.
And Banks almost got the block, but he commits the foul.
That'll be the first on Larandis. And first team foul for the Braves in the second half. Number 10, Josh Earnhardt, set to check in for Risco. First free throw is good from Bixler. He'll get another. McCord has the seat for the Tigers. Second one also good from Bixler. 52-44 is our score. 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Jeffrey Porter with the long jump shot, and it's good.
Scott County's been very effective with that jump shot tonight.
Long, dangerous cross-court pass, but it's good. Knight can't get the basket to fall. Bixler with the rebound, a horde of Braves, but he got his own rebound and stuck it back in.
He's been the workhorse for the Tigers tonight.
21 points already in the game. Three-pointer from the corner is in and out. Rebounded by White. 2-2-1 full court press now here by the Braves. But the Tigers break it. Three-pointer from Knight off the mark. Rebounded by the Braves by Porter. Dishes off to his teammate, Brown, for the easy layup. Nice assist there from the freshman guard. Risco, for the most part, has done a real good job handling that Tiger press. And there's Jordan Pavey's first three-pointer, third three-pointer on the night. And we got a timeout now by Scott Central. We'll take one as well.
Quality Center Furniture and Appliance in downtown Malden for the best selection of Whirlpool and Maytag appliances. We also have the newest LCD, LED, and plasma high-definition televisions from LG and Hitachi, as well as the finest furniture for your living room or bedroom. Quality Center is an AT&T authorized retailer. And don't forget, delivery is available. So come experience the Quality Center Furniture and Appliance Store in downtown Malden.
And welcome back to Bloomfield High School. Here in the third quarter of this Class 1 sectional, Scott Central leads Risco 56-49. We've got just over 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. It's the Braves ball off the timeout. Risco falling back into their 2-3 zone. Now they're going to come up and put a little pressure on the inbounds pass. Now they shift out of that zone, go man-to-man. We've seen them do that all night. Play a little zone, then a little man-to-man, trying to keep the Braves off balance. Inside to Masters, and he gets the 2 points in the lane.
Dangerous pass picked up by Knight.
And that's Hunter's first points of the game. Banks into the lane for 2 points.
That was tough, too, there for Banks.
Now Porter, Jeffrey Porter, that is going to be called for the reach-in foul. That'll be his third personal and the team's second. Risco will take the ball out of bounds. Cameron Blissett checks into the game to take Porter's place. Bixler inside once again, dominating the game in the paint so far for Risco. Banks with the jump shot, in and out, rebounded by Blissett. It's off the mark. Now I believe we're going to get an over-the-back foul by Tyler Masters. That's his second, the team's third. Risco will inbounds. 3-1-1 full court press. The Tigers break it easily with the full court pass. And number 14, Austin White, takes it to the hole. Banks with the ball now for the Braves. Down low to Porter. Porter off the baseline with a good spin and jumper there. Cross-court pass, dangerous against the fast hands of the Braves. But Pavey takes the long jumper from the corner. It's off the mark, but stolen away by Earnhardt. Earnhardt works it inside to Knight, and kicks it out to a wide open Austin White, who missed the three-pointer. And now a reach-in, a grabbing foul going to be called against Risco. Number 34, Hunter Knight, with his third personal. And we've got Caleb McCord checking into the game to take his place. No, excuse me, Knight stays in the game. Banks picks the pass up. He's looking for a teammate to pass to, directing traffic, and now, once again, a carrying violation. That time on Blissett. That's the second time we've seen that called tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, we've seen one called on Risco, and I think two on Scott County Central. I think that might be the most carrying calls I've seen in a contest this year.
Ball was deflected away by Masters, but recovered by Risco. Pavey with the ball. Now McCord setting the offense. Working it around the circle. Looking for an open shot. Pavey with the three-pointer. Off the mark. Rebounded by Blissett. Hands it off to Banks, who takes it to the hole for the rebound and the foul. And he'll shoot a free throw to complete the three-point play. And that'll be the third foul on Austin White for Risco, called for the pushing foul. Now Bixler's going to get a rest here, Tyler, and he certainly earned one. Free throw is off the mark, rebounded by Knight. The 22, Cody Young, into the game for Risco. Three-pointer off the mark, that time by McCord. The long rebound to White. Another long jumper off the mark. Now we got a pushing foul called against Risco. That'll give the ball back to Scott Central. And they've whistled McCord for the foul. His second, the team's third.
A nice little inbound trick there.
And that long pass intercepted by Risco. Now they'll push it down. They don't have the numbers. They'll pull it out. Try to look for a good shot. They're down by 9 points. We've got just over a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Pavey drives the lane. He's pushed. He'll shoot two.
That was a nice drive there by Pavey, just to mix it up defensively for the Braves. Risco's shot quite a few jump shots here in the last few series. It's nice to keep the Braves defense a little on edge.
That foul was called on Jalen Porter. That's his first personal, the team's fourth. Number 33, Jeffrey Porter, back into the game. Jalen Porter will have a seat. Pavey for his second free throw attempt. Nothing but net. Inside now to Masters, and they're going to call him for the charge. His second personal foul, team's fifth. That'll turn the ball back over to Risco. Here comes Bixler back into the game, along with number 24, Matt Cummings. Once again, the Tigers break the press. Oh, pass intercepted there by Masters. Fast break.
Oh, nice block.
Missed.
Cummins
Rebounded
with the
by
block
Risco.
there.
Nice long pass from Pavey. He gets the assist. Bixler with the basket inside in the post. 30 seconds left to play. Three-pointer off the mark from Banks. Risco pushing the ball up the court. Timeout by Risco. We'll take a quick one as well. Join us after the break.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
And fans, welcome back to Bloomfield High School. We're about to wrap up the third quarter of this Class 1 sectional matchup. The Scott County Central Braves lead the Risco Tigers 64-59. We've got 21.5 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Risco's made quite a run. They've trimmed the Scott Central lead to 6, or to 5. It was 12 at the break. They're going to try to get the last shot here. McCord with the ball out near the free throw line. They're going to work it down, try to get the last shot. And they're not going to get it, Tyler. Ball was passed out of bounds there. Now Scott Central will try to pad their lead here at the end of the third quarter. Blissett pushing the ball up the court. Long three-pointer off the mark. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Our score is Scott County Central 64, Risco 59. We'll be right back.
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
Southeast Health. Diagnosis. Treatment. Rehabilitation. Prevention. A system of care. Here when you need us and where you need us. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated. Join us online.
And we're back here for this playoff game between Scott County Central and Risco. The Braves have a 5-point lead as we begin the fourth quarter. The Braves have the ball. Jeffrey Porter drives the lane, misses the layup, rebounded by the Braves. Blissett with the rebound. He misses the putback. Knocked out of bounds by Risco, and the ball will stay with Scott County Central. Tyler, the Tigers dominated that third quarter. They outscored Scott Central 20-14 and chipped into that lead.
Yeah, they really did a good job. Scott County didn't get as many transition baskets, so they only scored, I think, 14 points there in that third quarter. Risco did a good job taking care of the ball, didn't turn it over, and allowed Scott County to get easy points. So a good, effective quarter by Risco. They've just got to close it in.
And did a much better job on the glass as well. That was the key getting back in this game. Scott Central continuing to press. They've generated a few turnovers, but not many. Risco has done a good job handling the vaunted Braves press so far. Bixler with the rebound off the layup, miss. Misses the putback. Rebound to Scott Central. Now Risco is falling back into his own defense. We saw him play man-to-man earlier. They've done that all night, switching back and forth between zone and man-to-man. There's Lorandis Banks to score the first points of the fourth quarter for Scott Central. McCord misses the layup, but there's Bixler to clean up the glass and put the ball back in the hole. 66-61, a 5-point lead for the Braves. Banks drives the lane, kicks off to his teammate, who drives in. Pavey with the rebound for Risco.
Oh, nice.
Nice pass inside. Bixler gets the basket. That trims the lead to 3. Almost stolen away by Risco. Deflected out of bounds by the Tigers. It'll stay with the Braves.
Seeing a lot of energy out of the Tigers right now. They worked their way back within one possession now.
Tyler, the Risco faithful, are fired up.
We'll see how Scott County responds. They've always had an answer to Risco's run, so we'll see what happens here in the fourth.
Risco falls back into their 2-3 zone. Brown with the ball, top of the key. Jump shot is off the mark. They're on the floor now, scrambling for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball.
Possession to the Tigers.
And that will favor Risco on the alternating possession. Good hustle by both teams there, fighting for the loose ball. It's what the coaches love to see. Almost a backcourt violation there by the Tigers.
Well, he didn't have all three passed. He didn't have his both feet and ball passed. All three had to pass half court to
exactly right.
Warrant the backcourt. Scott County is starting to pick up the defense here on the perimeter.
Yeah, they're starting to extend that zone. There's McCord.
Tie game.
Three-pointer. We've got a tie game. Timeout Scott Central. We'll be right back. We've got a good one.
This season and every season, experience Buick and GMC at Allen Christian in Dexter.
In every GMC Sierra, you'll find professional-grade engineering, plus special financing and deep discounts.
Take a test drive today and see why the 2013 Buick Enclave and LaCrosse was named Consumers Digest Best Buy. Our family is committed to your complete satisfaction both before and after the sale.
Selection, service, and family-owned, a perfect combination.
You'll like the way we do business at Allen Christian in Dexter.
You'll receive a higher grade of home care from A-Plus Medical Equipment, the only locally owned home medical equipment provider in Dexter and the surrounding area. We offer numerous services to provide for your home medical needs. And now available at A-Plus Medical Equipment, diabetic shoes. Stop by and see our large selection in our display room. If you're not satisfied with your current provider service, call A-Plus Medical Equipment at 624-2300 or visit us at our location behind the Hickory Log Restaurant in Dexter.
And we're back here in Bloomfield. Scott Central took the ball out of bounds off the timeout. We've got a jump ball now as the Braves missed the shot. Alternating possession will favor the Braves. Both players went hard to the floor, but it looks like they're going to be all right. We'll take just a moment and allow the refs to wipe up the perspiration. Tyler, we've got a barn burner.
We sure do. You know, Risco's been consistent throughout this game. They've been steady offensively and getting back on defense and closing up those holes offensively. Scott County's been having to settle for jump shots. They haven't been able to really get in the lane and get in those passing lanes. So Risco's worked their way back into a tie. We'll see if Scott County Central can make a few adjustments here and shake loose offensively.
4 years in a row these teams have met. Scott Central has won it every year. Is this the year Risco gets over the Scott Central hump? Lorandis Banks says not so fast. He puts the Braves back in front with the layup. Oh, deflected out of bounds.
That was a tough call. I have no idea who that was off of.
Risco.
Two
the Risco
players.
faithful don't agree, but it's the Braves' ball. Traveling violation against Porter, Jeffrey Porter that is. And that'll turn the ball back over to the Tigers. Nice passing there by the Tigers to break that Scott Central press.
Little high.
Little too much mustard on that pass from Pavey. Over Bixler's head, out of bounds. Now Risco wants a timeout. They'll talk it over and we'll be right back.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you have the nerve to believe meeting eye to eye helps you see eye to eye.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, ensuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very...
And we're back here at Bloomfield. The Braves inbound the ball. The Tigers pressure the ball coming up the court. They fall back now in their 2-3 zone. Braves passing the ball around, top of the key, looking for a hole in that Tiger zone. We've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the game. Banks drives the lane, loses the handle, recovered by Porter. He kicks it out now, top of the key to Brown. Lorandis Banks with the jumper.
Was a nice jumper. He's had that 10 to 15 footer all night long. He's been knocking it dead.
He scored all 6 points. The Braves have netted here in the fourth quarter. They deflect the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Risco. Pavey will take the ball. No, it'll be Knight taking the ball now out of bounds. Baseline jumper from McCord is good. Once again, Risco pressures the ball coming up the court. Leaves Lorandis Banks all alone. He finds his teammate all alone. Matthew Blissett under the basket. Nice pass there and the assist from Banks. It was Browns almost deflecting the ball away, but the Tigers recover it. McCord with the jumper. It's off the mark. Scott Central coming down with the rebound. Number 11, Jalen Porter cleaning the glass. Here come the Braves pushing the ball up the court. Now number 14, Austin White, is going to be whistled for the reach-in foul. That'll be his 4th, but only the team's 4th. Tyler, the officials are really letting them play. We haven't heard the whistle blown too many times here in the second half. Here we are with 3 minutes left to play in the game, and neither team's in the bonus. Well, take that back.
It's been a real clean second half. Both teams,
in the bonus.
Both teams playing pretty clean, so it's been entertaining to watch.
That's number 21, Matthew Blissett with the basket. Now Scott Central gets the steal. And that'll be Blissett's 6th point of the quarter. Now the Scott Central faithful are alive and rocking. Nearly a steal. tried to save it to one of his teammates, intercepted by Hunter Knight. Risco with the ball, but Scott Central making a run. They deflected steal that pass from Pavey. Here they come pressing the ball up the court. Brown loses the handle. Bad pass there from White. Jeffrey Porter drives the lane. He doesn't make the shot, but he's pushed. He'll go to the line for two. That'll be the fourth foul on Hunter Knight.
And Scott County is starting to pick up the defense, getting open court opportunities, and that's certainly not what the Tigers want here late, but credit Scott County for picking up the defense here in the last few minutes.
Porter misses the first free throw, but he'll get another. Second one is good. Tigers deftly passing the ball down the court, easily breaking the press. 2 points for Bixler, down low from the post. Risco pressuring the ball. Now falling back into that zone. Almost deflected away by Risco, but Scott Central keeps the ball. Taylor Porter drives the lane. He's going to draw the foul. Reaching foul. They've whistled number 14, Austin White. That'll be his fifth foul. He'll have to have a seat for the remaining 2 minutes of this game. Austin White will foul out of the game, Tyler, having scored 7 points for Risco.
Solid game for White. He had to take a lot of ball handling responsibilities, and that's tough against this Scott County press all night. So a impressive game for Austin White tonight.
Josh Earnhardt checks back into the game to take his place in the lineup. The Braves will take the ball out of bounds. Stolen away there by Risco, recovered by Knight. It's a 7-point ball game. Now they're going to call Risco for the carrying violation. What we used to call back in my day the old up and over. You can't dribble the ball like that. Bixler now looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. Might have caught an elbow in the breadbasket there, Tyler. Kind of looks like he's gasping for air there. That'll be a big loss for Risco down here at the end of the game. Banks with the basketball. Scott Central now trying to get a little time off this clock. Pavey will be whistled for the foul, his third. Be the 7th for the team. Scott Central in the bonus. Banks to the line for 1-and-1. First one is good. That'll get him another one. Second one off the mark. Rebounded by Pavey. Here come the Tigers. They're down by 8. Pavey takes it coast to coast, but misses the layup. Rebound by the Braves. But he's Taylor Porter there, called for traveling. That'll turn the ball back over to Risco. We've got 1:23 left to play. It's an 8-point lead for Scott Central. We've got 1 minute and 23 seconds left to play. Both teams are in the bonus as far as fouls are concerned. Risco to inbound the ball. Knight goes top of the key to Earnhardt. Earnhardt dumps it inside to Knight, who misses the little hook jump shot. Rebounded by the Braves. But a reach-in foul now be committed by the Tigers. I'm going to call that on number 22, Cody Young. That'll be his first personal. 8th team foul. Chris Brown to the line now for the 1-and-1. First one is off the mark. Knight with the rebound. And Lorantis Banks just slaps that one out of bounds up into about the 5th row. But it'll stay Risco basketball. Bixler back into the game now. Young will have a seat.
Well, Risco needs a run here, down 8. They got one more run left. They need to execute it here.
Ball deflected away there by Porter. Recovered by Banks. Now number 12, Caleb McCord, is going to be whistled for his 3rd. Team's 9th. They send Brown back to the line for a 1-and-1. He missed the front end of the last one. And he missed the front end of this one. Pavey with the rebound. He pushes the ball up the court. Three-pointer is good. Timeout by Risco. We'll take a quick one as well.
At Glenn St. Kennett, we have a lot full of inventory and the best rebates of the year. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glenn St. We just want the opportunity to talk to you about your next car or truck. The rebates are the best of the year and interest rates the lowest to work with. It's a great time to buy, and our people are excited to help you make the right choice. We realize you have a lot of dealers to choose from, but I can assure you no one appreciates your business like we do. Glenn St. and Kennett, and God bless our troops.
I wanna stay connected to you. I like the way you do what you do. Alright, okay, you're fine.
Call Audubell Hearing Center at 1-800-499-8786 or visit one of our locations in Dexter and Poplar Bluff, Missouri today.
And welcome back to Bloomfield. The Braves forced the ball very quickly up the floor. Found the open man, Blissett inside, but he was fouled on the shot, which was no good. But he'll go to the line now to shoot 2. Foul was called on number 22, Cody Young, his 2nd. Team's 10th. That'll put Scott Central into the double bonus for the remainder of the 50 seconds left in this ball game. Blissett misses the first one.
Well, Scott County's missed a few free throws here late. They could be putting this game away with some free throws, but they haven't taken advantage.
Scott Central shot free throws very well early on, but it's been a different story here in the latter part of the game. The second one is good. .45 seconds left to play. Errant pass from Pavey to Knight. It's out of bounds, off of Risco. And now it'll be Scott Central's basketball. 41.3 seconds left to play. Risco looking for a steal here or a quick foul. Blocking foul now called against Pavey. That'll be his 4th. Send Lorantis Banks to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one rims out, and he'll get another one. Second one is good. Makes it a 7-point lead, a 3-possession game. Risco's really going to have to get some quick shots here. And the ball is out of bounds to the Braves. Bixler unable to handle the pass.
Banks trying to get some separation going up court, and he's going to get committed with the push foul on the inbound.
They called that foul on number 5, Lorantis Banks. That's his 2nd. It's an offensive foul, so no free throw attempts for the Tigers. And now we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one also. Join us on the other side of the break.
Let's talk about next year. This is the time of year to reflect on last season's crop and make decisions for next season. What mix of crops should you plant? Should you buy new equipment this year or get by another year with what you have? We'd like to help you make the financial side of your planning a little easier. Our ag department knows agriculture, and they're local.
Stop by and see us
at First Midwest Bank.
Fans, welcome back to Bloomfield High School. Thanks for joining us here tonight on YXC-TV and SEMOSportZone.com. We've watched a good one here tonight. We've got 33.3 seconds left to play. Risco is trailing Scott County Central 80-73, but it's their ball. But it's a three-possession game, Tyler, and it's only 30 seconds left to play. They're going to have to get some quick baskets.
Yeah, really do, and they've had a hard time getting shots off here in the last minute or two.
Little nice floater from the lane from McCord. Now Knight reaches out, commits the foul. That'll be Hunter Knight's fifth foul. He'll foul out of the game tonight. Only 2 points for Hunter, but he had a lot of important rebounds to keep his team in the game.
And coming down to the end of the Kennett-Sykeston game, Sykes is up 76-68 with a minute to go. It's been a tight one.
Banks will shoot two. First one is good. Scott Central in the double bonus now. Second one is off the mark. Rebounded by Pavey. He brings the ball up the court. Long three-pointer now from Pavey is off the mark. But his teammate Josh Earnhardt cleaned the glass, put the ball back in the hole. We've got another timeout, 81-77. 14 seconds left to play. Join us, fans, for this exciting finish.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
And we're back here live from Bloomfield. 14 seconds remaining. 81-77 advantage for the Braves, and the Braves have the possession. And Travis, Risco's hanging tough. They're cutting into this lead, but it looks like time might be a factor of them maybe running out here in the last few seconds.
Well, a game effort here from the Tigers, no doubt. They're going to need to get a quick steal and a putback or something here. They've got to have two possessions in 14 seconds. Now the foul will be on Earnhardt, be his second. That'll send Jeffrey Porter to the line for 2 free throws. First one is good. Porter will try another. And it's good. Nothing but net. 83-77. 12 seconds left to play. Risco pushing the ball up the court. Pavey with the three-pointer. It's off the mark. There's a scramble on the ball, on the ground for the ball. Jump ball. It'll stay with Risco, but we've only got 3.4 seconds left. And unless they've amended the rules since our last look, I don't think we've got a 6-point shot possible. Deflected out of bounds by Scott Central. Number 3, Chris Brown with the deflection. It'll stay with the Tigers. Earnhardt will take the ball out. Now you hear the SCC faithful chanting SCC. And that's the final shot and the end of the ball game. Scott County Central defeats Risco 83-77. We'll be back to wrap it up.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, ensuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very competitive rates. When the ice storm hit us, we were out there with you. All of our claims were processed within days, and we will continue to provide the best coverage and the best service for the next 100 years. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance, a century of service.
Boom! Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
And we're here post-game from Bloomfield, and Scott County Central wins 83-77 over the Risco Tigers. Hard-fought game by both these teams. Travis, Risco fought hard tonight, just come up a little short, but Scott County Central, it's February and March. They really turn out in these months, and that was the case tonight.
Well, as the late Jimmy Valvano used to say, survive and advance. And that's what Scott Central did here tonight. They did just enough to win the ball game. Very game effort from the Risco Tigers. They tied the ball game up at one point in the fourth quarter, but Scott Central, with that championship experience, answered the bell, extended that lead, controlled the game at the end, and they come away with the 6-point victory.
Yeah, and looking at this game coming in this year, both teams you could say are down from last year, but I think Risco really come prepared this time. I think Brandon Bixler and Hunter Knight, being a year older, they really utilized them well in this game, especially Brandon Bixler. We'll talk about his stats tonight, but I think just being a year older with this bunch really helped them compete well tonight. They, after you play these kids enough, you know what to expect, and I think that was the case tonight. They prepared well, they fought hard, just a little too much talent on the other end. We talk about Lorandis Banks all night. He seemed like he had a jump shot every time that Risco needed a run. He would stifle that run, but fine effort by the Scott County Central Braves. Got off to a slow start this year. Finished strong here tonight, and they're only one win away from going back to Columbia for the Final Four.
Well, as you say, they've had an up-and-down season, and, in fact, we're one game under 500 going into district play, but they ran off 3 victories there, won the district championship for the 29th time, and now they've taken the next step in playoffs here, winning this sectional game once again over a very game Risco Tigers squad. There's just something to be said, Tyler, for championship experience. You touched on it just a moment ago. It really served Scott Central well here tonight, especially the play of Lorandis Banks. And though Risco gave it all they had a good game plan. They executed it well. They handled Scott Central's press for the most part. But the Braves just made a few more plays tonight than the Tigers did. But certainly Risco has nothing to hang their head about. This is a young squad. They'll be returning a lot of their starters, as will Scott Central.
Yeah.
So we can expect to see these two teams this time next year.
I was just about to say, I think Risco is going to be a favorite in their district next year with the group they've got coming back, and Scott County Central, with some kids coming back, they're going to be right there in the mix as well for their district. So we might see it right back here a year from now in this same round for the 5th time. So these are very talented teams here in these two schools, and it's been fun to watch. And, Scott County Central's gotten the better of Risco over the past 3 years, but tonight it was a toss-up. They really matched up well, and Risco used the size advantage underneath with Brandon Bixler to keep it close, and a great game between these two teams. And, speaking to Lorandas Banks again, going back to last year at that Final Four, you talk about hitting the big shot in the key moment. Lorandas Banks was that guy. Only at a sophomore, he was doing that in the state finals and Final Four last year. And I think in Southeast Missouri, if you want a jump shot from a player coming down the stretch or in the game, any point in the game, I think you got to look at Lorandas Banks from Scott County Central. He's just got the big shot mentality for Scott County, and he's one of the best around. He's certainly a talent.
Well, there's no doubt about it. He's one of the elite players in Southeast Missouri, and he showed it again tonight. Scored 22 points for the Braves to lead them once again to a big victory, and we're going to expect great things from him going forward in this season. They'll move on to the quarterfinal round now, where they will probably play Eminence. Eminence has been state ranked all year long. They knocked off South Iron. They were the top seed in their district, and they're playing a team tonight in Hurley that's just a few games over 500. So I would expect Eminence will win that game, and that'll be a great game in Dexter on Saturday between probably Eminence, barring the big upset by Hurley, and this four-time defending state champion Scott County Central Braves.
And let's go over the final scores there.
All right,
Travis.
For the victorious Scott County Central Braves, Chris Brown had 11 points. Lorandas Banks led them in scoring, as he has for most of the season. He had 22. Tyler Masters had 6. Matthew Blissett had 9. Javonta Daniel with 2. Kendall Blissett with 4. Jeffrey Porter with 9. And Cameron Blissett with 2. And they were only 8 of 20 from the free throw line. That's not characteristic of the Braves most of the time, but nonetheless, they did enough to get the win. For the Risco Tigers, Josh Earnhardt had 4 points. Caleb McCord had 17 points. Austin White with 7 points. Jordan Pavey with 16. Hunter Knight with 2. And they were led in scoring by Brandon Bixler with 31. He led all scorers for the game, and they were 10 of 15 from the free throw line. But in the second half, Tyler, they only shot 4 free throws and none in the fourth quarter. And really, Scott Central did make enough free throws at the end of the game to really put this game out of reach in the last minute.
Sure did. And, that's Scott County Central. When they needed a play, they needed some defense. They really turned it up there late in the fourth quarter, forced some turnovers, got some baskets, and that was the difference in the game there late, is them picking it up defensively. And you can always count on them to come up with some plays late, defensively, offensively, and that certainly was the case. And that wraps it up here tonight. We've got some games still yet here this year. Tomorrow night we'll be in Dexter for the Class 3 sectional. Charleston and Clearwater. We'll have that one live here on CMOSportZone.com and Channel 21 on YHC. Look forward to that one tomorrow night, Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And taking a look at Class 2 state tournament, Bernie takes on Winona tomorrow night for the sectionals. We plan on doing the quarterfinals this coming Saturday in Farmington at 6 o'clock. That'll be between Bernie and Winona, the winner, and also Oren and Ellsbury. And looking ahead in the Class 4 District 1 boys tournament, the semifinals are tonight. Sykeston and Kennett. Sykeston was victorious in that game. Cape Central and Notre Dame yet to be played tonight, but that final will be Thursday night from Dexter. We'll have that one live at 7:30 here on CMOSportZone.com and YHC TV. And the girls will have the Class 4 District 1 girls, and that's between Dexter and Notre Dame Thursday night at 6 o'clock, live from Dexter. So those are the games we've got upcoming on our televised basketball schedule here on CMOSportZone.com and YHC Channel 21. So we're looking forward to it. Some more great games. We got 2 weeks left in the season here, Travis, and we're looking forward to some great matchups. And we're going to see some teams in Columbia this year. It's just a matter of who's going to be there.
No doubt. As you mentioned earlier, Scott Central just 1 win away. If they can get by the winner of Eminence and Hurley, probably going to be Eminence. They'll make their 5th straight appearance in Columbia, looking for their 15th, I believe, state championship overall. Charleston tomorrow night. if they can defeat Clearwater. And Clearwater's had a good season. I think they've only lost 3 ball games, and those were close losses to Eminence and South Iron, 2 very good basketball teams. So they may give Charleston a little better game than many people are expecting. But I think Charleston will move on. But then, boy, they have a tough one coming up Saturday. They'll get the winner of the Madison Prep, Maplewood Richmond Heights winner in the quarterfinal round. You know, those are 3 of the top 4 teams in the state in Class 4 as they're currently ranked. So that'll be a great one if whoever happens to match up there. Maybe Oran and Bernie coming up, matching up in the quarterfinal round. So we should, and then Sykeston expected to go on. So we may have 3 or 4 teams from Southeast Missouri in the Final Four when it's all said and done.
Yep, we'll be looking forward to it. Glad you joined us tonight. That does it for us here at Bloomfield. Look forward to tomorrow night. Wednesday night will be for the Class 3 sectionals live from Dexter. So we'll see you then. For Travis Quatermas, myself, Tyler Whitener, Rick DePriest on camera. Good night, everyone.